Welcome. Were you going to talk?
No.
No, what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
No, bring it out. Bring out the fucking... Do it. You, my friends, are welcome to Walking the Room, a podcuddle starring Greg Behrendt and Dave Anthony. Remember when we used to do it that way? We used to go, Greg Behrendt and Dave Anthony.
So we had
fucking people loved it, dude.
We had a very low
They loved
listenership
it.
at that point.
No, dude. That's when we were fucking on top.
You know what we are right now? We're the Titanic.
Fuck you.
It doesn't end well. We hit a.
No, dude. We are literally we're about an inch away from the iceberg, and then this motherfucker goes down.
It's like we're like, hey, it's going kind of well on the podcast now. Let's
sink it.
Yeah,
let's fucking sink
Let's take it
well,
down.
I think we're doing a pretty good job. I think we've been as shitty as we've ever been.
You know, if you went down into the Titanic and you found a small air pocket.
This was nice. I didn't see it coming. I did not fucking see this coming.
You get your diving gear. You go all the way down, right? You get to the bottom.
Yeah.
You start exploring the Titanic. Like, oh my god, this is amazing. And there's like skeletons and stuff laying around because they
old rotted shit.
Yeah,
right?
But they're in the water. But then you find this air pocket.
Oh really?
And you go in there, and you're like, I wonder if I can breathe in here. And you pop off.
Oh my God.
You pop that fucking helmet off.
Yeah, you just tear it off.
And the odor of the bodies, because there are bodies in the corner that have been rotting in that little pocket of air, and you basically breathe death.
Yeah. You know what it smells like?
What?
It smells like my balls after 5 days in the desert, like out at what's that thing called? Burning Man.
Burning Man, yeah. Your balls at Burning Man.
Your balls at
5
Burning
days.
Man. Our show is Your Balls at Burning Man.
You're listening to Walking the Room. You're listening to the Walking the Room podcasting network. We have a total of one. We have a total of 1 shows, and we're pretty popular. Oh, by the way, I want to throw this out there.
We have 1 show on the network. You mean?
Yes.
Look, but here's the thing. It's not for lack of trying. A lot of people brought ideas to us.
Yes.
But we just turn them down.
All of them.
What we do is we reject people back. The whole reason we started the network
you.
is so that you could come in and pitch something, and we could make you feel shitty.
I want to make people feel the way I felt for years.
Let me tell you something. I don't know how many times that son of a bitch has brought in Little Big Dollhouse explanations, but we fucking send that guy every time, right? We get him all excited.
Yeah.
He does a treatment.
Yeah.
He comes in with a pitch.
He did do a treatment.
And then...
we're going to see that guy in a week or so. I just want to thank everyone who donated to the LA Podcast Festival. We are fully funded. And we now have Greg Fitzsimmons. And
ooh, the Fitz dog.
And we just this morning got Smodcast with Kevin Smith. So...
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking congratulations.
So October 12th, 13th, and 14th, it's now happening in Santa Monica. Tickets will go on sale,
Here's the real deal, though.
Soon.
Walking the Room not going to be present. So I did not say yes. I turned it down. I'm waiting for a better offer.
That's weird.
For Walking the Room. So Walking the Room will not be a part of the podcast.
Awkward.
But fortunately, you were able to get Dude and Dude Eat Snacks.
Well, you know what? Dude and Dude Eat Snacks. The great thing about what you're saying is you don't realize that I am basically the Axl Rose of this venture.
Right. You're the biggest dick. You're the biggest dick of in the group.
Right, but either way, I will one day present you with a contract as we come into the closet, make you sign it. I own the fucking thing, and then I'll be doing Walking the Room all alone at the goddamn podcast festival.
But if you want to go out like him, I'm happy to go out like Slash.
Fucking winner.
Slash is fucking. I see him every day at school. He's fucking happy. He doesn't have to deal with you
because
anymore.
I'm going to be fat with extensions.
Oh my God, dude. He just fucking ridiculous.
He looks like he ate Axl Rose and Slash.
It's fucked up.
You can be a fat rock star. It's fine. But you can't actually start out as a skinny one, right?
I think it's hard, yeah. Like, if you're in the Screaming Trees, you're good, bro.
You're good to go.
Biscuit it up. Look.
Meatloaf was always a big fella.
I got to tell you something. Here's the great thing about seeing the Pixies again. Frank Black's still fat.
Still fat.
And
still a big gentleman.
And hasn't sold himself out.
Nope.
It hasn't changed enough. The thing about the Pixies, where they came back, they look exactly the same. They were always
unhealthy.
Sort of odd,
always unhealthy people,
unhealthy looking people in knee socks.
Yep.
But still cool.
But you can't start skinny and cool and then pump up.
If you start too hot, you're gonna lose. Like for instance, in this podcast, I started too hot. I'm way too good looking for
I'm not
this
sure
shit.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you
As we
understand
go
what we're talking about.
into the future, I'm as beautiful as one of the Nelson twins. Like, I'm a gorgeous
And as talented. Yes, and
I won't even argue that.
Yeah.
I won't argue that because those are two super talented dudes.
No, I don't think you know what I'm saying.
Very talented. Thank you for the complimento. So I met, okay, now, but here's the thing. I met somebody who clearly is found some sort of fountain of youth, but as some of you know, I mentioned before, Gwen Stefani and her husband have kids at our school, and I have kept as far away from her as possible.
Sure.
I just for fear of being me in front of her.
Yeah,
I don't.
well,
She doesn't need that
it'd be very
agitation.
upsetting.
Right?
You should do that with most
I
people.
dress every day like I'm about to join her band,
But
I don't.
you should give that reward to almost everyone on earth. Why are you just giving that reward to her?
I don't know, but I do. But the other day she came up. I was standing with a friend of mine, Billy, and her and Billy are friends, and so she fucking stood next to me for a while, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
She's nice.
Yeah.
Fucking just, dude, like her skin.
Yeah.
You just, it's almost like this thing where you go, I just want to slit her open, peel it off, and wear it for a while.
That's weird.
It's just because it's
That's
just
uncomfortable.
gorgeous.
Did you get a chance to get your finger in there?
Does that mean even?
You know what it means.
I did. I totally fingered.
You're hearing it
I-
here. This is a podcast exclusive. Greg Barrett fingered Gwen Stefani.
The fuck? What if I fingered her for crime she'd committed? What if I'd fingered her?
Well, that's
What
weird.
if I fingered her?
That's
what if I
actually
fingered her in the
offensive.
Kennedy assassination?
Now that's actually offensive. Now you've gone.
Now I've gone too far.
Yeah.
So, but she was awesome. So she said that their record is almost done and that it would be out soon, and she was happy with it and just fucking nice. And you know, we talked about. I don't even remember what we talked about. I fucking didn't say a word. My wife was like, "God, I wish Gwen was around all the time because you just shut the fuck
God,
up."
we should have her
Wouldn't
in
that
the
be awesome?
closet,
It'd
then
be
I can
awesome.
just talk.
Just her and me staring, and it just all you can do is hear me sweating. That's the only part of my week last week that was of any note that was good. Now, I'm going to tell this story, and look, this is not poor fucking pitiful me. I'm just telling you what happened because it was fucked. A couple months ago, more than that, maybe 6. I was in New York City, and I was doing stand-up, and Patton and I had lunch together, and Patton said, look, he listens to the podcast, and he said, I fucking love the stories you and Dave tell about the talk show. I think you should write a book about that experience. You should talk about going from just being a stand-up comic and a guy that hated talk shows to the host of your own talk show. I think that's an interesting journey. So I was like, okay, I thought about it for a little while, and then I was like, Patton, look, I don't even have a fucking agent, bro. Like, I don't have a book agent. I don't have anyone in that world anymore. And he's like, no problem. I got a guy, my book agent, who did his book, Daniel Greenberg. Give him a call. Maybe you guys can. So Patton fucking.
But now he didn't say Daniel Greenberg. He said, "I'll have you call my Jew," which is really fucked up.
No. That's how you tell it when we do the Stormfront show. So. That's from your
really
script.
offensive.
Yeah. That's a horrible thing to say, and so that's not what he said. So, not at all. That is not what he
We
said.
have to create a new myth of Patton. He's got to be a horrible little person.
Did you see him on you didn't fucking watch the Oscars?
No, I didn't. Was he on the Oscars?
Yeah, he was on the Oscars. They did they had one. There was one cool thing in the Oscars where, as they would go to break, they would just have famous people, big iconic stars talking about what films meant to them.
I saw a clip of that.
Yeah, and it was good. Patton, but it was Patton literally because you know Patton, it's like famous, your friend.
Yeah.
It's almost like he snuck on there. Not that I'm saying he
Yeah.
doesn't deserve it, but it was great. It was really great. And my daughter said, "Oh my God, it's the other guy from the closet." Mighty's perspective on Patton is that he's the other guy from the fucking closet. So anyway,
And that's what everyone should say about that motherfucker.
This is just look. We've talked about this before. The people that in show business who fucking are on your side, and the people who fucking forget you immediately. That's just show business. So anyway, Patton fucking went above and beyond the call, and I think I told this story before. He sent the book agent a little blurb about what he thought the book should be about, and then he sent him a video clip of me on the talk show, just to say, for point of reference.
Oh God, was it the?
It was the one. So so when the agent calls me, he goes, "Yeah, it was a clip of you looking at pussies." And I said, "What?" And I said, "Did we do? I don't know if we told this story before."
That sounds like the podcast.
And I said, "Did we do a vaginal rejuvenation show?" And he goes, "What did you think I said?" And I said, "You just said looked at pussies." He goes, "No, you were looking in purses." And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's worse." So that's what sold Daniel on this idea. So Daniel likes the idea. So
Wait, you were just looking at purses?
There was a day where we went through people's purses, yes.
I mean, how
What
did you
the
not?
fuck, dude?
Thank God there wasn't a gun in one of those purses.
No,
You would put it in your fucking mouth.
Oh my God, dude.
Baboosh!
Oh my God. Dude, one of the purses was so big, I'm pretty sure I wanted to just get inside of it. And one of the pussies was that big too. We did a day. We did do a day when we looked inside people's pussies and we found their purses. You remember when we found those purses in that woman's pussy?
Well, don't you remember we'd always do like hey, at the end of the show, we're going to have a big surprise. And they'd be like, what is it? You'd be like, look in your pussy. And they pull out like a new suit or something really great.
Everybody would look in their pussy.
All right, you guys. Like Tyra would have people look at her. Oprah would have people look at her chair. We'd be like, look at your pussy. Look inside your pussy. And then they'd all wig and they'd pull out a prize. Oh my God, it's a new purse. Like really good stuff. We just knew how to do shit on that show.
God, it's good to be on this show. I enjoy this more than anything in the whole world besides fucking playing guitar. So Daniel is interested and said, hey, well, write some chapters. Give me a little bit of what you think this thing might be. So we decided on a couple ideas. So I sent him 3 chapters. I write about I write about being on Oprah, which I think is the sort of the turning point. I wrote about post-book, which is me flipping out on that girl on stage in New York.
Oh, yeah.
But in those stories, I incorporate also what it's like to do morning television. I mean, these are pretty long chapters. And then I do a chapter about my breakup with Janine, so that I sort of own that I'm also a guy who's been through some horrible shit, and that's why I knew how to write the book. I couldn't write about the talk show because it was so epic, I didn't even know where to begin. So he loves it. I send the chapters around. Ronnie, our friend Ronnie Schiller, who is always correcting my punctuation.
Yes, she always wants to correct.
She's a fucking grammar Nazi.
She always says your grammar isn't. This is wrong on Twitter, and I always go, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I just typed that out really quick, and she can't. It upsets her.
Yes, I know, but she's also really good at editing. So I sent her the book, and she read it. She liked it, and she edited the fuck out of it, and she did a great job. She's like, not every sentence has to start with "and." So.
That sounds like a great book.
Also, because I write exactly like I talk, so they're long, clunky, and a lot of and I do a lot of here's the thing. So anyway, but that's also you. So here's the thing, and then we got that from the fucking producer of our.
We did. That's where it
from the producer of our talk show.
Oh my God,
Ray, who I fucking love and I still love. I wish he was here. He would actually be a fucking phenomenal guest for this show.
He actually would be.
We should try and get it. Ray Giuliani. Yeah. Anyway, so. I get quotes from Patton and from Stiller about the book. I send them the chapters, and we go out on a Monday.
Now tell people what that means when you go out.
So he sends it to all of the publishers in New York, and he sends it to everybody. And then there's
Smith & Wesson.
He sends it to Smith & Wesson. He sends it to General Electric. I believe the Frito-Lay passed right away.
Mary Kay Cosmetics.
Mary Kay Cosmetics wants a meeting, but they're not sure. So here's what happens. Book goes out, and right off the bat, there's 8 rejections. 8 go fuck yourselves.
Are you kidding me?
However, the guy
are you kidding me?
Did
anybody shit on it and send it back?
Somebody just sent like a bag of their own spit. Look, I wanted to put this on there. So the book. So there's 8 rejections. There's 2 very interested and 2 sort of maybes. So, but the theme is really good comedic voice, really good writer. We just don't think this story is something we can sell. In this climate, we just don't think it's a story that we can sell. Fair enough. A big book company, one of the bigger ones, writes back and says,
Dr. Seuss.
Now, 2 or 3 people wrote back and said, editors, people that passed and people that didn't want to pass, read the Janine chapter and went, I cried when I read this. This chapter made me cry. This chapter made me laugh. It made me cry.
Did it cry because for like they were into the story, or did they cry because they had to read it? I think just because it's so sad to watch somebody write something that's just like it's like watching a child do something that's so pathetic. I think also because I don't think I've mentioned this. I wrote that one in crayon, so the rest of them are typed on computer. That one's in crayon. You wrote it in crayon. I thought you slit your tongue with a razor blade and then just wrote words with your.
I did.
With your bloody tongue.
What I did was I Gene Simmons the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Does that mean you fucked him?
I totally fucked him.
Okay, so
Bill Maher said the other day on Maron's podcast, Newt Gingrich being the thinking man of the Republican Party is like Gene Simmons being the thinking man in Kiss. I fucking love that guy. I really fucking love that guy. I really think Bill Maher is fucking funny. I really think he's funny. He also had the thing. He also has that quote that I love, which is stop organizing your life around people that don't get the joke.
Yes,
which is fucking great. So the biggest response we get is from a company that says, "Look, we love this chapter, and what we're wondering is, would Greg be interested in writing a different memoir, just a memoir of relationships." But all of it, like sex, his parents, like because I wrote this whole thing. I wrote this.
They know you as a relationship guy, and they want you to still be the relationship guy.
They know me as a relationship guy. They're also like, look, he sold 4.5 million copies of his last book to mostly to women. Blah blah blah. That's as a book company, we think this. But here's the thing: we don't want a self-help book. We just want there was a book written last year by a rock writer named Rob Sheffield, who's great. He's written 2 books. One was about coming home and finding his wife dead on the floor of an aneurysm, and it's about a mixtape.
That's not funny.
And the other book he wrote is called Talking to Girls About Duran Duran, and it's just about his life, dating, and all that kind of stuff.
Also ends with a body on the floor.
So they're like, we want to write a Paul Feig-ish type memoir that doesn't include the talk show. That's just about your life, but dating and sex and everything from your grandma to threesomes.
Which is
what it's called.
I don't want to be in it.
You have to be because you were in the threesome. It was just
I don't want it, but I was staring.
No,
and
it was that
holding
awkward.
the knife.
It was the awkward you, me, Rob Delaney threesome that we learned.
Well, let me tell you something. People don't know this, and people follow Rob Delaney on Twitter. That guy is a pussy like a racehorse.
Oh my god!
Yeah. People don't know that.
That doesn't make sense.
What is a pussy like a racehorse? Amazing, big, non-stop pussy.
So here's where it goes bad. So I say I read Rob Sheffield's book. I get it. I read it. I go, I could write a book like this. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. Whatever. If that's a book that somebody wants to, I could write it. I wrote the Janine chapter. I liked it. I didn't have a problem with.
Yeah, you wrote it. Fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Right. So I'm like, yeah, I could write a book about this because I'd included stuff about my dad, about my mom, and so they were like, we just love your stuff about your life. So I say, yeah, it's a great idea. There you go. Perfect.
What was the stuff that wasn't about your life?
They weren't that interested in the talk show arc. That's what they're saying. Or they were like, we think we could. The other is what they're basically saying.
What we think is that anything that we don't know, we're scared of.
Well, we don't know how to sell it, and our job is to sell books, and that's fair enough. That's I'm not whatever. I understand how it works. So they get me on the phone, and this woman is awesome, and she's like, look, I love this idea. She goes, you write about women the way that Chuck Klosterman writes about sports and music. Like, you have your own voice. There's no guy that does this like this, and it would be great for you to do this. So they get me all fucking pumped up.
Did you tell her you have a lot of clothes?
When she wrote me, I was laying in a bed of my sweaters, and I was nude, and I had a dragon's mask on.
Yeah.
Like I do when I take a call, when I take a conference call.
Yeah.
So they get me all jacked up for this. My agent gets all the phone and goes, dude, this is going to be great. This will be like your first book, and then you can write about whatever. You can write about the talk show. You can write about all of it.
If that's successful, then you lead to other shit.
Right. And he goes, and this is a bridge from the self-help world into the memoir world. This is awesome. These people are great. This is a great publishing company. Fantastic. We'll probably hear something on Monday, or whenever it was that we talked. So then, whenever that was, I think it was Tuesday. He calls back, and I can tell the second he leaves a message. He's like, "Hey, it's Dan. Give me a call."
Oh, it's so Dan.
He calls up and he goes, "I don't know what to tell you, man, but they passed." Now we were all
after that conversation where the woman is like,
they had to take it up. They had to
take it upstairs.
One more flight.
Yep. I've had this exact experience with scripts.
So I'm going to paraphrase what the guy said because when he was telling me, it was like all your worst fears come to rest.
Oh, perfect.
So I'll paraphrase what he said.
This is your agent telling you what the top guy said.
Yeah, and he was like, and he was being kind about it, but I was like, just tell me. I don't fucking care. It's a show business.
Big boy. Did you say I'm a big boy?
Well, I know, but I had my big boy pants on at the time.
It.
I wore, and also he could tell I was wearing hard shoes.
Yeah, but I like it when you, because a lot of times I'll come over your house and knock on the door and you'll open it up and you'll just go, I'm a big boy. And I think that's really great.
The UPS guy loves it.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy. Are you my friend? I'll get in your van.
God damn it. But
So the guy basically said, look, this guy's about me. He's done. He had his moment. It's over. It was a long time ago. He's not going to sell more than this. It's just irrelevant.
Oh my God.
That's essentially what he said.
Oh my God. That's the worst thing
it's all. It's like it's. You know that thing where, dude. It would be like if somebody said to you, "You're men without hats." You're men without hats.
Hey, come here. I want to talk to you.
No, right, right. Like there's no out. You are. We can dance if we want to, and that's all you'll ever be, and that's all you're allowed to be. And I'm not interested in you furthering the story. I can't see beyond that. Now, what was hard for me is that like that's a specter that lives in my head. I believe that everybody thinks that. And then some days I go, dude, that's a straw dog that you made up. You've been angry for 4 years at a thing that doesn't exist. No one's thinking about you. Nobody gives a shit about what you did. What they want to know is what you're doing now. So just fucking start a podcast, your idea.
Oh,
be in a band.
Sorry, man.
But move forward.
I think this is the conclusion.
But move forward. No, this is it. This is the last episode.
Think this is the
we
final
don't even
episode.
make it to the 100. And it fucking, dude, it rocked. It fucking, like, I got off the phone and I was like, and Daniel goes, I had a shitty day and had to go home. Like this dude's just like, and I don't know if it's the same. He also has Marin, and he just fucking likes what he does. He's good at it, and it seems like when he believes in somebody, he believes in them wholeheartedly, and it fucking wrecked his day because we all were like, nobody saw that coming. So. And so then
was this a conference call? Were there other people on the phone?
No, it was just him and me calling me back. He was in me calling me back, but I'd done that.
That would have been weird if your manager's on the phone and then you just heard like a click.
David doesn't even fucking know this happened. So anyway, so I literally just went to bed. I just fucking put down the phone. I went upstairs and laid down. It was like 2:00. I just went and laid down.
Face down?
And no, I lay on my back like I'm being put in a grave. I put my hands up on my
like an Egyptian tomb situation.
Exactly. I crossed my hands on my chest, and but I also put all my favorite sweaters with me.
Yeah, well, that's
I want to take them into the afterlife.
It's the Barrett cocoon.
My guitar. Like so. So anyway, and I was fucking devastated. I really was, because I'm like, look, I haven't even tried to play the book card. And before I did it, I like ran. I mean, you're the only person I haven't showed the chapters to who I trust. I should show them to you. But I showed them to Ronnie. I showed them to my wife. I showed them to my manager. Like I showed them to people who like it, and everybody was like, "Wow, this is really fucking good. You should continue doing this." I'm like, okay. And I haven't written anything by myself. I've never done, and with the exception of stand up, I haven't done anything by myself. So I was feeling pretty good about it. So then I tweeted.
You got a fucking roundhouse kick to the fucking chest.
It was really fucking tough.
Like
dude.
In all of my time in show business, I've never heard anything close to that.
Yeah.
That's just like fucking horrifying.
It was really like, and you're like, well, the only thing I can compare it to is that one time when I wasn't on this call, my managers were on the phone with ICM, who represented me in books, and the head of ICM goes, the first book was a fucking joke and a fluke, and the second book is horribly written.
But you guys are representing me though, so that's good.
I had to fire my agent, my actual agent, who was also on the call, didn't defend me. So then my manager just called up and fired her, and that was when I lost my agent. So,
wow! Oh my god!
Yeah. So because people are so scared about jobs and money and all that kind of stuff. Look. But here's what I did. So then I slept for like 3 hours, and then I got up and I was like, fuck you, motherfucker. And I tweeted something, and then I got a million, like, you called me, and Patton tweeted back, or called me, and got a hold of me, and everybody just fucking responded. And so many fucking cuddlers and just people just were like, who can I kill? Like, you know. And I tried to tweet.
We have weird fans.
The first thing that happened during the day was that the dog shit on my rug, and I tweeted about that in the morning. Yeah. And then in the evening, I tweeted, "Oh my God, the dog shit on my rug, and life just shit on my hope," proving that dog is in fact God spelled backwards. And then I wrote, "Start it, fuck." Yeah. Anyway, I was overwhelmed by the fucking response. I was overwhelmed by all the suggestions. I was overwhelmed by how fucking cool and how lucky I am to have this thing. And then I just fucking went into the fucking my office and wrote another chapter. Like literally like, good. Okay, well, fuck you. Then I'm going to write more and I'll figure it out. And if I have to self-publish, I'll self-publish. And somebody else called the other day and there's maybe somebody, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the point is like, but there is that day where I go, I don't know if I can outlive the specter of this thing to do something to do something for me.
No, that's what's different. Okay, so here's the deal. So the problem with Hollywood has always been, and any business thing like this,
right?
The gatekeepers stop people from becoming something else, stop people from turning over and turning into another person.
Right.
Which, as a human being, as you fucking age, you become a different person from year to year, from decade to decade. You can become a completely different person, and that should be reflected in your art and whatever else you're presenting to the public.
Right.
But show business doesn't want that. So now they know you as one thing. You are now something different.
Right.
You have changed. That was a chapter of your life. You're moving on to the next one.
Right.
They don't know what to do with that, because what they have to then do is tell people that you've changed. And they have no experience with that, because what they've always been doing is using people up and spitting them the fuck out and leaving a fucking corpse on the side of the road, and then picking up the next hitchhiker and fucking murdering it and raping it and taking everything out of it and then throwing it to the fucking side of the road in a ditch and then picking up the next one.
Yeah,
and they never have to resurrect the fucking hitchhiker that they raped and left for fucking dead.
Right.
So they don't know how. So they don't know how to do that.
Right.
But now what's happening is the gates are gone. You can go to Amazon and you can self-publish
Right.
your fucking novel.
Right.
And I was reading about this author, and I wish I could remember his name, because someone tweeted it, and he was basically a guy who could never sell any books, and the big publishers would never get behind him, and he's always just spitting out fucking novels, and they wouldn't do anything.
Right.
And now, because of Amazon, he's making 6 figures a fucking year, and he's selling the shit out of his books because people have actually found him.
Right. I think it's
Because they're looking for good books. And they go in there and they read reviews and they go, oh, that might be a good book.
Yeah.
Instead of a bunch of fucking dickheads telling him what's good.
the finding of it is the one hard thing. Now, I know that for a fact that, like, because of the podcast, the Monarchs are selling records now almost daily. We were never selling them, and they just by virtue of, I can find this, because where else how else would we get it to people? So it's that. And look, I'm totally down with that. It's just that there are days where you go, God, I just want someone to pay me. Just pay me.
Yeah. Well, that's the old
That's
fucking
my thing,
model,
because I don't know.
unfortunately.
You don't know if you're going to make something, if it's going to make any money.
Right.
Granted, and it would, and I have bills to pay. That's
Yes.
it. And that's look, fuck. Do not feel sorry for me or my journey or
No,
any of
no,
that
I
stuff.
do. I
just-
will. I'm
no,
going to.
you're
I'm gonna
supposed
keep
to.
feeling sorry for you.
But I'm just saying, I'm not lamenting as much as I just had a fucking shitty fucking day, and then what I was. Blown away by was everybody's fucking concern, because we have something here that is different than. I don't want to just talk about other podcasts. I just think we have a really fucking unique thing here, where look, there are people whose writing I'm reading some shit in the Hot Dog Thunderdome, and I'm like, I got to get this guy published. Like, I'm trying to figure out
There's
how
some
to
really good writers in there.
right, and I'm trying to figure out how. If I publish for myself, how can I help other people do that? How can we, because we have a certain. The other thing that they don't understand, and this is what I said to my agent, I'm like, look, I know there's at least 500,000 girls out there that would buy a book from me right now.
Yeah.
They would just buy it.
I totally agree with that.
And I know a lot of them maybe aren't listening to the podcast. But there are those girls that are listening to the podcast. We have people that are interested in the things that we're doing, but you can't find them in a demographic.
Right.
The walking room demographic is fucking bizarre.
Completely
There's just
bizarre.
and unique.
Yes.
And it's a different type
It's
of person.
based
that
on
you
a
can't
sense of
find.
humor. It's not based on 18 to 24.
No, it isn't.
It's, it's
No,
just
because
not.
you can't do that anymore. Because
Right.
people,
That's gone.
When people say, what kind of people come to your shows? I'm like, good people.
Fucking
Fucking
good
good-
weirdos that dress in clown outfits.
But good, and all ages. Oh, I get
Yeah.
old fucking women and young dudes that can't get into
Yeah.
the club that want to know if they can meet me beforehand so they could come with me as their envoys. Guys that want to take pictures, like people trying to figure out how to sneak into the club. Like, it's all over the fucking map. So if you're making something right now and you think people don't want it, you could be fucking wrong, and you can't ask for permission.
Yeah.
You just can't fucking ask, because then my agent's like, look, we can self-publish. But his job at his company is to bring in revenue.
Yes.
So he would love to sell a book so that we're all selling a book and that we all know that there's going to be some money.
Yes.
As opposed to, I think we could probably do this through Amazon. We've talked about the ways of doing that. He's totally open to it. He goes, look, that's going to be by the way, that is going to become my business. I will be doing only that
fascinating.
in about 4 years.
Good.
That's all
and
it's
it's
gonna
good
be.
he knows that, because that's what it will
Yeah,
be.
and he's a good egg, but so don't fucking. I guess my thing is don't fucking get discouraged. And thank you for your fucking tweets and shit, assholes.
We'll be right back. You're listening listening to the Walking the Room Radio Network.
Fuck, I'm all Griffonus now. I feel like I just fucking vomited out a bunch of shit.
Yep.
Now I'm ready to fucking go golden awesome on your ass.
This is the number one half show on iTunes.
At the Morongo Casino, where I performed.
Holy fuck!
And
How many
customers represented?
How many people were in? How many people came to see you?
There had to be 100 maybe or so.
That's not
I mean,
bad
it was
for
pretty
out there.
full. Yeah, it was
It's a
pretty
fucking-
good. It was pretty good. Right before I go on, they go, hey, by the way, this way. A really drunk guy goes, hey, everyone that ran the club and worked in the club was fucking drunk. And they were like, hey, no Indian jokes.
Oh,
I was like,
what?
you mean from my Indian show? From my insensitive?
Seriously?
From my total, yeah.
Hey, listen, I got to talk to you about that.
Yeah,
You know,
and by the way,
you know your Mohican bit.
by the way, all the people that were drunk were not Indians. The people
Of course.
they were
course.
they were not. They were
sobers.
They were drunk white people that ran the casino. So
Jesus Christ!
this guy, everyone was drunk. I don't know why, but the guy's like, no Indian jokes. I was like, who comes out there and does a fucking Indian joke?
I guess, but that's
Maybe.
who that's where the casinos are. They're on Indian reservations. So
No, I get that, but I mean, who's dumb enough to go? Really?
Oh, I bet a lot of comics are. Think about it. Comics
Really?
are not fucking smart, dude. There's a lot of dipshits.
Probably.
A lot of fucking morons.
I remember in the old days where when you did a casino, you were warned not to make jokes about the mob. When I did,
Oh, yeah.
there was
yeah.
a lot of like,
Yeah. No mob jokes.
No mob jokes.
You will be dead.
because
the
the mob
dead,
is
they'll kill
because
you.
the mob is present.
Yeah, they will kill
This
you.
is their club.
Yeah,
They prefer if you not make fun of them. They don't think
bullet
it's
in
funny.
your head.
They don't get
Yeah.
it, and they don't like The Sopranos. by the way,
No, they don't. But they should, because it's a good show.
it was a great show.
Yeah.
it was a great show.
Although I will say that a New York gangster suddenly finding himself in Norway is not a good show.
Now, I was told by a very, very drunk Joey Santiago of the Pixies, who I ran into one
Wait a
night.
minute.
Hang on. This was the best, dude.
I fucking love Joey Santiago. What was that band he was in after that I fucking
The
love? The
Martinis.
Martinis.
Yes.
I was like the only guy in the world who was obsessed with them.
The Martinis were him and
fucking
his,
love the
It was him and his
Martinis.
wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he, so we, after the last Starfish Circus, I went to the Laurel Tavern with the guys in the band, and Joey Santiago is standing outside. He's a guitar player in the Pixies, and he is fucking 95 sheets, dude.
Love it.
He's literally,
Why not?
hi, man. What's that? So he sits down at our table and he just stares at us, and his fucking eyes are spinning, and he goes,
Did you kiss him?
He goes like this.
I
He
would've
goes,
kissed him.
Well, now I know him.
Yeah, but
No, I just finger his taint.
well,
Let's tickle it.
That's Gwen Stefani stuff. Now
I
know what's going
It
on.
didn't happen. He goes like this. He goes, Lilyhammer.
What?
And I go, everybody goes, what? He goes, Lilyhammer. Lily fucking hammer. So nobody knows what he's talking about. I mean, that's where they had the Olympics, right? So
Yeah.
So I say, I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, the fucking Stevie Van Zant's Lilyhammer. I watched one today. I'm gonna go home and watch the rest of them. So that's all I know about Lilyhammer is that it's the.
That's actually the best review I've heard of it so far.
That's it. Well, a very drunk Joey Santiago the Pixie signs off on it. I just watched last night, and I posted it this morning because it was fucking awesome. But I got a text from Morello saying, "Watch, don't fucking not miss Fallon." But he was on with Springsteen doing a new song, and it was fucking awesome.
Morello was?
Yeah, it was Morello and Springsteen.
I don't give a flying fuck about Springsteen. So
I'm not a big Springsteen fan either.
we're
But
West
it
Coast.
sounded
West
like
Coast people don't give a shit.
it was awesome though. It sounded a lot like a Dropkick Murphy song. It was really
that's
punk,
interesting.
really good, really
Yeah.
really good. And Tom does some guitar stuff at the beginning. Anyway, but I was explaining to them at the Morongo. I was trying to explain corn dogging to a lot of people.
Oh, no. You can't do that on
I
stage.
didn't. I wanted to explain why a man-
You're digging a hole for yourself.
Why? And here's the thing though. And I asked them, and I've still not gotten. I've never gotten the definitive answer on why. Why would you go corn dogging? If you knew you had friends.
Did you really ask that on stage?
I did.
And what did all the people do?
Please do jokes. Please stop referencing a thing only 6 people here know. 8. I think there were 8 cuddlers out there.
By the way, go buy tickets
To the
for
Starfish
our
Circus.
March 10th. It's going to be the last Starfish Circus for a long time. So March 10th.
Yep.
in Brooklyn. We could use some more tickets sold. Todd Barry's going to be there. And
Todd Barry, Nikki Glazer, Rhett Miller is going to be there, and also Karen Kilgariff. It's going to be a fucking festival.
Yeah, it's a crazy show.
It's going to be good. Dave and I actually aren't on it, so I think that bodes well for the program. The Reigning Monarchs will play, but I've been replaced by Rhett Miller. And also the night before, if you are way too into it, we are playing at the Grand Victory, the Reigning Monarchs, the Selectrics.
And I'll be doing a stand-up either at Caroline's or Gotham.
You go to New York, be in New York. And look, not to be caustic about the Starface Circuses, but the podcasts, the live podcasts seem to be what people are excited about, and Dave and I are going to try and do as many of those as possible. Obviously, we have one in Seattle on the 2nd of May, and then obviously we're going to be in Australia.
I might do a little stand-up up front in that one.
We'll figure it. Yeah, that's all right.
So for the Seattle one, we have Dwayne Goad, who is a local Seattle guy, who is a fucking peach of a gentleman. I like, you know, when you go on the road and rarely do you meet a guy, you're like, that's just a fucking good dude.
Yep.
And I remember Dwayne from maybe 10 years ago or something.
And the We Sing Your Tweets guys are going to be there with us. And I was nominated for a Sweetie this year. I did not win.
Oh, you were nominated? I didn't get nominated.
My tweet was a man with a piss jar is a man with a plan. A man with a bag of gluten-free pretzels is pathetic. I am both.
Jesus, that's a lot of words.
A lot of tweets.
That's 140 characters?
That's a
straight up
$140, yeah. I had to pull some punctuation out.
I'm surprised.
But they sang it with... They're so fucking good, those guys.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
But the one that won was a guy who's, I can't remember, literally, it was like there's no I in team or pussy or like all these stupid other words where there was no I. And then he's like, I is just a fucking buzzkill.
Okay.
Wig in the sink, dude. Explain wigs in the sink. You got to explain wig in the sink.
You saw the picture?
I didn't. I just saw the tweet.
And then I put up a picture.
And there were people that were like, literally like, dude, how can... Because
first people were like,
I followed it backwards. I saw someone's tweet to you where like, it was like, dude, are you going to be okay? And then I was like, oh, fuck, what happened?
No. So I tweeted, my mother-in-law's wig is in the sink. Please kill me or something like that.
Why don't those guys sing that? We should bring our favorite tweets
and have them sing.
Say, would you mind? This is one that you guys didn't pick, but would you please tweet? Why is my mother's wig in the sink?
So I tweeted that, and everyone's like, ha ha, and they're like all these comments back and forth, and then I put up the photo of the wig floating in the sink, soaking. And then all these comments were like, fuck, dude, you were serious. Like, no one thought it was real.
Oh, my God.
And then they're like, what the fuck is happening in your house? Yeah. I have my fucking mother-in-law living on my couch, and she wears a wig. And so she every once in a while cleanses the dirty wig. I don't know what fucking happens.
What wig is it? Does she do the 3 or 4 different wigs through a haircut thing, or does she just wear the one and have the same size hair all the time?
I think it's the one.
So they didn't sell her up. She didn't get sold up.
No, I don't think she went to. I don't think she went to wig shop and got sold up.
She didn't get sold up on haircut. She didn't get the upsell.
No,
they didn't do it.
She's the kind of lady. She's the kind of lady that would go to Costco and buy wigs in bulk. I don't think she.
Can you do that?
Oh, they have to.
Oh, fuck, a bag full of wigs. I want a bag of wigs. God damn it.
Right. So there's a wig in the sink, and I went out. I grabbed my phone and went out, and I hear my wife going, "Oh no." And then I come back with a picture of it, and she goes, "Oh, you did you?" She goes, "Can you upload straight to Twitter?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Fuck."
Now, what? I'm assuming she's cleaning it.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you do? You soak a wig?
I think you soak it. I mean, wouldn't you think that you would like wash it like with its? I don't know. Can you use shampoo? Like, do you just use dish? Do you just use dish soap?
Does she not have hair?
No, she has hair. That's the weird thing. But she wears a wig.
Yeah. My grandma went that.
As you get older, your hair gets thinner.
But right. My grandma went that route towards the end. My grandma lived to be 99, and hers was just. We have lots of pictures where she literally just put it on like a hat. Just put it on like a hat, just sideways, upside down, and she had hair, but she had a lot of hair, but she
I
went
think it's just easier. You're like,
you don't got to get it colored. You don't have to worry about.
Just put a hair hat on and you go outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna start putting one on my chest.
So I fucking came home the other. I started riding my bike to work, and I ride back, and so I'm up on the sidewalk, and I look in the window from the sidewalk into our apartment. I look in, and I have a fucking exercise bike. that now just stores her shit on it, and the wig is just hanging on the fucking handlebars, and I'm like, what in the fuck is happening?
When people come to town and they live their lives on you, and you don't like. So a couple weekends ago, now I've been very open about
I have news, by the way.
Oh, tell me.
March 10th, not just the Starfish Circus day.
Oh my God! Right.
The date that she leaves, she found an apartment.
Right. By the way, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
an amazing day. And by the way, if you didn't know this already, that is the 100. No. That's our
April 19th or 20th at Meltdown.
April
is the
20
100th.
is April 20th is the 100th.
Yeah.
Paul Gilmartin, Patton Oswalt, Brian Posehn, and
Oh shit! Who else do we?
Jonah
ask?
fucking Ray.
Jonah Ray, yeah.
Goddamn Jonah Ray.
God,
We've never had that many people. He's fucking great, and this will definitely sell out. So
Yeah.
we got to do the same as last time. We make a list, right?
Yeah, I might want to brown bag it, but we'll talk about that after.
Okay, we'll talk about it after.
But yeah, we might just sell tickets online. if we
We'll
can
make
figure
sure
that
this
out.
week you know how to get there, to get on the list and all that.
Yeah,
So I know
it's
people are
gonna-
flying out.
and we're not going to charge for that. I'm just going to put it up as 2 episodes, I think, online. It'll be a bonus 100th.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we should
Just give it to 'em.
Just give it to him. That's fine, because we're gonna be doing the one in May, and we're gonna be doing a live one in
Australia.
on
Yeah.
April 2nd. Tickets are on sale at the Melbourne Comedy Festival now. Also, so,
Yeah.
what was I? So whatever. So she found a fucking apartment. So she's out. She's out of the.
Right. I like I said before, I am I've been very open of my love for my in-laws. They are the easiest people for the most part to get along
You
with.
like to hot tub with them?
It's hot tub, bathtub. It doesn't matter. Let's just sit around naked. It doesn't have to involve water, as far as I'm concerned. If we can
There's nothing more.
we can do
There's
an
nothing
all-nude
that
living room
bonds
hang.
you more to your in-laws than just sitting around naked for a soak. Sometimes
don't even
I
know
get in
why-
the kitchen sink with my mother-in-law. And we just fucking hang it. Now we have the dual sink, the like there's two halves.
Yeah, you
to
just
it.
drop your bottoms
So
in?
I'll just sit on one side and
Yeah.
she'll sit on the other, and we'll just talk about books and shit.
Yeah. Tell her I'm writing one. So everyone was in town last weekend. My whole family was here, and Amira's aunt and her cousin and my mother and father-in-law were all here. Now, the one thing that her family does do is eat. They love to eat, and they eat large meals with lots of food. But they also like to talk about their food while they're doing it. And they also like.
What do you mean? They talk about their food?
They like to.
What's a situation that happens when they like? Oh, how about these tomatoes? I once saw a tomato.
Bill
in
will literally.
Ohio.
Bill. One time I was having some beans, and my father-in-law brought me a picture of beans in a book just to show me.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He just walked over and said, "Hey, how about these?"
Hey,
about
son,
these?
I noticed that you enjoy beans, and
Now the
here's
only
a different kind of bean.
the only member of the family, by the way, that
What did you
listens
say to the bean
listen-
picture?
I didn't know what to say. It was the weekend I'd asked Amira to marry me, so I was like, oh, "That's awesome, Bill.
Hey,
Is this
good
gonna-
beans.
Are you going to show me pictures of all of my shit that I'm eating?" I mean, he was just like, "How about that there?" But he was so funny about it. He's such an
That's awesome.
He has odd moments like that where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what that transaction was supposed to be.
Yeah.
However, he's not an asshole in any way. So
he's
it's all
bonding
fine.
over beans. A lot
Loves
of people
it.
do that.
But they also like to tell you how to eat.
Hey,
And they're-
hey, buddy.
They're kind.
Hey, check out this corn.
Hey, come here.
Yeah,
You-
what?
are you eating corn?
Yeah.
I got a photo of corn in my wallet. I've got.
Hey, I'm gonna slip off my shoe right now. I'm not gonna look, but you just glance down, and you're gonna see a pretty nice picture of a zucchini.
Also, by the way, that is corn. That's a corn on my foot. So that's a different kind of corn.
That's a different corn.
Different corn. But when Amira was growing up, her father made her eat in a circle. So you had to take a bite of one thing, like you would have a bite of your corn, then you would have a bite of your meat, then you would have a bite of your bread, and he would make them eat in a
So
circle.
he wanted her to have like a full, like eat all of the, the
wanted-
pyramid. You eat it all, and you
Yeah,
eat
you
it
eat it
all
in a pyramid.
an order.
Yeah, and you eat it in a
go
circle.
order.
Yeah. They like
That's
to
pretty
they like
intense.
to make
What-
a lot
what
of
would
food.
happen if
they like
she-
to offer you a lot of food, and they like to ask you if you're eating your food, and they want you to eat your food, and they cannot. And
What if she had gone like, I'm gonna double up on my biscuit bite right now. I'm gonna do 2 biscuit bites.
I don't-
And then I'm gonna go over to the meat.
I don't know how it went.
What if she went across the plate to the meat?
So
Beat down? Did she have to go in the
couple
freezer?
weeks
Did she have
ago-
to go in the walk-in?
I think I know this. I know that they're a family that really would love it if you ended up with an eating disorder because they talked so much about food. You ate so much food. There was so much food around.
They love food. There's a lot of families that love food.
It's crazy.
Are they Italian?
Literally, we're planning lunch as we finish breakfast.
You're not even talking to me anymore.
I can't even.
Are they Italian?
They are Italian.
Yeah, I think it's a big thing.
Yeah,
Italians and food. I think it's a big.
But also I think there's some Swedish. I think there's just eating. They're just
All
from
right.
up, and there's some Midwest happening there. They are good at food. They're good at making it.
Well, it's very common.
But they
Europeans are like the meal is a different thing.
But there's
it's like a
also
big
stuff
event.
from their cookbook that clearly is from the 50s. You know when something has like a lemon slice on the top of it or a gel or like a pineapple, like you can tell. There's aspics and there's like cheese sauces and there's like
Do they do the
It all looks like
the fruit salad that's just all whipped cream? Do they do that one?
They'll do stuff like
that one. I want to punch that one. That one fucking upsets me.
There's always some kind of a yam. Like there's always.
Yep.
It's all from the Sunset Cookbook.
And then they talk about the yam. Hey, let me tell you about yams, Greg. And then the story.
You want to see a picture of yam? So they also. But the other thing is they're when you're a grandparent.
Yep.
You get to not be a parent.
That's how you should approach it. I wish my mother-in-law would approach it that way, because then I wouldn't have woken up this morning to a naked 2.5-year-old in the hallway going, maybe won't let me play with the sink. Just fucking, you get to do what let him do what he wants. I take charge of shit.
That's how I wake up on the road.
So you're in the hallway of the hotel saying, Mimi won't let me play with the sink.
Exactly right. And I'm naked. And people get upset, but they don't understand.
You keep getting arrested.
I have some problems. Anyway, point being, a couple months ago, we realized that we kept telling Mighty and True to eat. We're like,
well, I will say that every time I come over, you guys are pretty rigid with the meal. Like the meals are happening at a certain time, and
Amira's got the disease that her parents have. Yes, and
she's always trying to get me to eat.
She's always trying to get people to eat. I'm like, fucking stop telling people to eat. So I told Amira, I took her aside. I go, look. We put the kids' food down on the table. They either eat it or they don't. If they pass out at school, fucking then learn their lesson. We got to stop asking them to eat.
Now,
We're going to create.
When you said that, were you squeezing her arm really tight and looking at her eyes?
Yeah. I had her pushed up against the fridge.
And her response was what?
Her response was, yeah, I get it. I go, we're going to create eating disorder. Look. Let's just, you can look at the looks on their faces. I went through this as a kid too. I was a picky eater. It took me a long time to come to terms with certain foods. And being told what to make, like making a panic out of food doesn't matter. The human body needs what it needs, and if it wants it, it'll go get it.
They'll eat.
They'll eat.
Yeah.
So Amira goes, absolutely. So when my mother-in-law and father-in-law come into town, and Mighty and True are eating, and it's like, Mighty, eat your thing, and then try this. And I'm like, he won't like that, Bill. Just let her have what he wants. But she wants to try. I go, Bill, like that. So I was nice about it a couple times. And then the third time it happened, I was at breakfast, and they were trying to get True to eat something for breakfast that she didn't want to eat. And I fucking went, nobody talks about food anymore.
And the whole family's there.
Got quiet.
Your brother-in-law's there.
Yep.
The whole.
I realized this is my castle, and and I'm gonna fucking spit some golden awesome. And I was like, God damn it! Woo-hoo. And that was it. I was like,
did anyone say anything?
No, everyone just went back to eating.
And did anyone say anything for the rest of the meal? Was it just quiet?
I don't think anyone said anything to me since then. And everybody went back. They got it. I just was like, just leave them alone. Just stop. Just like let's stop the fucking madness now. Let's stop the cycle of eating in circles, and people have to eat food they don't want. She doesn't want to fucking eat it.
Yeah.
I don't want her to cry. I don't want her to start off her day shitty, having food in her mouth she doesn't want. I don't know why she doesn't like it, but she doesn't. And Mighty likes food, and True doesn't. But Mighty eats like she has an eternity, and True fucking, like, leave him the fuck alone. Let's try to not fucking create vomiting in the bathroom as teens or hoarding. Those are the two things that happen. Look, my sister and I have awful food things because my mom would fucking go apoplectic about not eating.
You still keep hamburgers under the bed.
But they're warm because I love it.
It's just weird.
I love it. But it was weird. But it was also nice to go, oh yeah, this is my castle. I actually am I am the law of the land here. I mean,
it would have been better if you flipped the table over, but you know.
I mean, I should have made it more dramatic. But don't you ever feel like that? Like you forget some days, and I'm sure you forget like this, especially when there's older people in the house. This is your fucking ship, bro.
No, I know that. I walk around with a katana.
What is that?
It's a Japanese sword. In my house, I'm.
Is that what you do?
I'm packing a katana at all times.
You fucking lay that shit.
And all I have to do, here's all I have to do. My mother-in-law will say something, and I will just slowly turn and look at her and just put my hand on the katana handle.
Right.
And I will look at her for a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
No one will say anything. My point's been made, and I just walk away.
See,
I never even have to unsheath the motherfucker. Because people know. Like, I beheaded one cat once. Like, I was like, let me show you, like... Let me show you where I'm at.
Right.
Because my mother was, hey, I want to make pasta for dinner. I was like, I don't really want pasta. I'm going to have like a salad and a steak. And she said, no, I'm going to make pasta. And I said, you hold that thought. And the cat walked in. I unsheathed the katana. I just cut the cat's head off. And then I looked at her and I said, do you still want to make pasta? And she said, no, let's have a salad and a steak. It's just...
Here's the thing. You know what? I remember I had a guy when I was in college. I was in a play, and the director, who was a really nice guy, just fucking flipped at one point. And because he was such a good guy that when he flipped out, everybody just like jumped right into place. And he took me aside and he goes, "Every once in a while, you pull back the sheet and you show him the arsenal. That's all.
Yeah.
You just let him know. Hey, look, I can use these. I'm not gonna, but I got them.
Yeah.
So." But see, the thing is, like, I love your sheath idea, and I felt the same way about my cock. And it turns out that when I show my family my balls, they don't react the same way.
It's illegal. It's illegal.
I shouldn't take my
you
balls
can show your
out.
wife
Yeah,
your balls.
Yeah, but I'll drop my sack.
No.
No, it's a bad idea.
Illegal.
It's wrong, right?
Illegal.
It's not the way you do it.
And I will also say I'm very unprofessional.
It does feel unprofessional. It does. It does.
So, but there's a weird thing with the older generation, the grandparents of our kids. They just have weird ways to eat. Like they just think that you should. Like with Finn, we're like, if he like, because we talk to the doctor, and the doctor's like, look, kids will just fucking binge for a meal, and then they might not eat dinner, and it's fine because if they're hungry, they'll eat. So you don't have to force them to eat because they know their bodies. They know if they're not hungry.
Right.
So you don't make them eat. But she'll be like sitting there going, we were at the table one night, and he's not eating like his vegetables or something, and she goes, Finn, I want you to eat your, we call them little trees. It's just that's how we talk about broccoli in our house.
Right.
Because we want him to grow up and be a weirdo. And so we say, eat your little trees, and he goes, don't want to. And she goes, will you just eat one little tree?
Right.
And my wife looks at her and goes, no. We're not going to do that.
That's
and then it was
right.
just
That's
so
what I'm
awkward
saying.
and weird from then on out. But the rest of the meal was just like weird.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's that thing of like, no, we're not. She's exactly fucking right. That's what I was saying to them. Look, it doesn't work.
It doesn't
work. It just makes it uncomfortable. The person has a bad time. They put the food in their mouth and they feel shitty. They cry. Now everyone's bummed.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Did you ever have to sit at the table because you wouldn't eat something? Did your family ever do that? I specifically remember, like, there was shit that I fucking hated. Brussels sprouts can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
They fucking taste like they came out of a fucking goat's asshole. They're just, it's like they put little tiny cabbages inside of a goat and they shot through. They're fucking gnarly.
They're bullshit.
Maybe you could maybe Gordon Ramsay could figure out a way for me to enjoy a Brussels sprout. I could, maybe a Top Chef could. But as far as right now, they are little pieces of cancer. They can go fuck themselves.
But the thing that's so interesting too is that like when people hang on to myths, like you're gonna need this for energy at school. It's like it's like it'd be like putting more gasoline in your car. Look, if they don't need it, they don't need it.
They don't need
their
it.
body knows what to tell them. But occasionally there are things in the diet like True actually looks gaunt or peaked if she doesn't eat enough protein, and she doesn't like meat. So we have to make sure that she's eating protein. There are days where we're like, look, I know this isn't your jam, but you got to do like this peanut butter or some tofu, something. You got to eat some protein.
Or you could give her a little raw piece of meat. Mm-hmm. And you can say you're gonna fucking eat this, and maybe that will show you how good a nice cooked pork chop is, and next time you'll appreciate that pork chop a little bit more.
Yeah. Why don't we put this in your mouth and then fondue your head? How would you like that? And dip you in some boiling oil.
That's great.
Jesus Christ.
So when I was a kid, I would have to sit at the table for hours.
Right.
And I remember, I'm a fucking strong-willed motherfucker, so I would just be like,
Really?
fine, I'm gonna fucking sit here and stare at your goddamn fish, and I'm not gonna eat it. Sometimes I would put it in my milk. Sometimes I would drink my milk and then put the rest in my milk, and then they'd be like, okay, you're excused.
Yeah.
But I sat there sometimes till midnight.
Yep.
And then they'd be like, okay, go to bed. And I'd be like, well, guess who just fucking won?
Right. I woke up to it for breakfast once, but then that went away.
Wait, what?
Well, I got up and that was my breakfast.
No.
And I can't remember whether it was.
Holy fuck.
I think it was this thing. called Welsh Rarebit, which was like a wine cheese. Well, who's giving?
That's first of all, that's English, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to do that
The
to
English,
a child,
right? But also, hey, mom, Hey, Mom.
Welsh rarebit.
Hey, Mom, maybe the wine cheese isn't going over that good with the fucking... Why don't you just have the wine, let Daddy have the cheese, and let's not mix it all up? So there was something like that. But then that went away. I think my mom, that kind of thing, that I think that particular, like, but my mom would get very upset when I wouldn't try things, and she would talk about how I would be going out to restaurants as an adult and being embarrassed and not being able to eat at people's houses and all that kind of stuff. And there's elements of that are true, where you're like, yeah, I'm the guy that is picky. But then also,
I would only eat hamburgers for
But then
time.
I always wonder about this. Why do you care what I eat? Like when someone at a dinner table is like, well, aren't you trying? Well, this is awesome. Hey, you enjoy it. You wouldn't know what my enjoyment of that would be anyway.
I can't get Finn will not. I mean, hummus to me, like I would like to bathe in it. Like hummus is just fucking awesome. But that little motherfucker won't even try hummus. Whatever. He's eating other shit. He's eating other shit.
Also, people like to fucking come around to things on their own. They like to have that fucking victory of, you know what I tried and I liked? Awesome. We like that too.
Yeah.
You know, who gives a shit?
And I'm hoping he does that with human flesh. Okay, so Starfish Circus
This weekend. New
March
York.
10th.
Yep.
At the
Bell House.
Bell House in Brooklyn. Todd Barry, Nikki
Glaser.
Glaser, Sam Zavian, I hope that's right. Karen Kilgariff, the Reigning Monarchs.
The Reigning Monarchs.
And Rhett Miller.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculously good show. There should
Bring
be
a friend. Yeah. The tickets aren't even that expensive.
No,
We did get a thing from the Bell House saying, here's how many tickets you sold. What else are you guys going to do? Are you going to do anything
what
about
else are you guys going to do to sell tickets?
Try and be.
May 2nd?
Yes.
At the Chop Suey in Seattle. We're gonna have Dwayne Goad there, and then of course we're going to the Melbourne Comedy
Clown
Festival.
From the Neck Down tickets are on sale now. That is my one person program.
The podcast tickets are now on sale. Also,
and then on the 4th we are doing a show with Will and Charlie.
We don't know what it is.
We don't know what the fuck it is, but according to Will, at the last thing we did, it's going to be cool things for cool people. That's his thing that he said. And he's stoned out of his mind. Cool things for cool people.
And then April 20th is our 100th anniversary show with Patton Oswalt, Brian Posehn, Jonah Ray.
Yeah.
And
that's it. That's enough.
No, we have one more. We have one more person. Brian Posehn, Patton Oswalt, Jonah Ray.
And Paul fucking Gilmartin.
And Paul Gilmartin.
He's the fucking... I can't wait to have him back on the show again.
So that's going to be... We're really looking forward to that one. We'll figure out tickets very soon. Is there anything else?
No,
you guys can go buy a t-shirt.
Buy t-shirts?
Buy t-shirts. Yeah, you can go to our Shopify store, the Walking the Room Shopify. We have 2 live pod cuddles on there. One with Jen Kirkman and Brandon Walsh. And then the newest one with Patton Oswalt and Dave
the greatest
Holmes,
story ever told.
The greatest story ever told.
And also, the other thing is, Dave and I are seriously considering a house tour. We're trying to figure out how to do it. We're trying to put the pieces of that together. And we gotta raise some money to probably go do that to make it happen. But the idea would be to go cross country and do podcasts in people's homes and maybe do one live show, something like that. We're trying to figure it out now. It would probably be sometime at this point. We'll have to be in the fall. I think it would be nice if we travel in the most inclement and foreboding weather possible. So just look out for that. Hot Dog Thunderdome, get in there. Post something. I know, look, it's not perfect, nothing is, but Facebook's about to go to shit. So fucking...
I told you all. I warned you.
So look, gather where you can. Hit us up on Twitter at RipLikeJesus and Dave Anthony. We're so bad at this. I listen to Maron's show fucking right up top. He fucking pump. He is
I don't
good.
like it up top. I don't like him up top.
No, I get it up top, but I know, but he's fucking selling tickets and people buy his shit.
Yeah, but people who doesn't listen to our show all the way through, I mean,
oh God, those
you
are good.
don't.
Yeah.
You're a maniac,
yeah, right?
Glitter done.
Glitter done.
Jesus Christ!
How long was that?
Why fucking turn around? You said glitter done.
Yeah. Glitter done.